welcome, girls. You drew today.
Yeah.
How do you feel? Zhansaya, will start with you. You had a tough start.
Yeah,
so you feel it's a bit better, more motivated.
It's good not to lose, you know. Yeah, so I feel, of course, I feel better. No, I think it's also important when you lose the games just to make some draw and just to feel a bit calm. Yeah.
At some point.
True.
So what about you, Elisabeth? Did you play the game in any way differently, knowing that Zhansaya started with 3 losses? Did you think that, okay, I have some chances today against her, or were you playing more cautiously, knowing that maybe?
No, well, actually today I thought like I should test her, like how good is her theory knowledge.
I see.
So I was choosing actually a line where like she has to be very accurate. So I was actually like checking a little bit in the database, and I saw, finally speaking, a game between Irina Krush and Vashali from the Olympiad. And when I saw the game in the database, I remember that I was even standing in front of Irina's board at this moment when I saw this position. And then I was thinking like, okay, if she knows it, then maybe like I should have some emergency escape. And knight g5 is a normal move, but instead of knight g5, bishop g5. This is like what I briefly checked today, and I saw like the engine gave like, okay, about equal, but it thought like that, okay, if I bring my bishop to e7, I should be kind of safe. So that's why I liked actually the move bishop g5 more than knight g5, because from the harmony of pieces, it was a little bit like more safe, let's say. And then, yes, I mean, like I think she was surprised by bishop g5. But, well, probably the position is still too easy in a way, because after queen a6, I can never castle. And then it was clear that at some point, if I want to win material, she will, have some escaping.
So would you like to comment on that? Were you prepared? Were you surprised by Elisabeth's choice?
Yeah, I mean, okay, I also saw the game, but I didn't know bishop g5 move. But after I saw queen a6 and that she couldn't castle, I was like, okay, it's fine. Let's do it.
Yeah. Are you two also friends in real life? Like, you know each other well? Of course, you play a lot of tournaments too. Are you friends too? Or may I ask that question?
Yeah, we're friends.
Yes, of course we're friends.
There's a follow-up question to that. That's why I asked that question first. How tough is it to play against a friend when you're playing such important tournaments?
It's really tough. I mean, for me, it's very tough. I always try to play, like some, not to push, just to be like normal game.
Normal game.
without really trying,
No, but the thing is, like when you play a friend, for example, like in the first round I played against Harika, and she's a good friend of mine. I mean, like we are in contact, we are like sometimes helping each other. And she beat me in a way like after 5.5 hours because of one single move, and I even saw the correct move in this game. And then I bet the wrong move and I lost this game, When you lose a game, and that despite the fact that this is your friend or not, like in this moment you think like, you're like, you have some kind of like angry feelings with your opponent, obviously. But then, okay, it's part of like our profession. We have to separate friendship and professionalism. And even like losing to Harika, I mean, like, it's not like, I mean, better to lose to a friend than to lose to someone you don't like, in my opinion, So I thought like, okay, I mean, it's Harika. I mean, like, she's my friend. I mean, she even brought me something. I asked her like to bring something here, which I couldn't get in Germany, and it was very important for me to get, and I could rely on her, and she brought me this thing here. So why I should be now angry with her because I made a silly move and I lost the game because of that. So I can actually, like, we can separate it. Also in the World Cup, I lost to Anna Mutsishuk, and she's one of my closest friends.
But okay, it's a World Cup. I mean,
it's a World Cup. Right? It's KO, yeah.
Okay, and there you just playing. Yes,
and not like
point there. It's nice to. I mean, it's not nice, but at least you know that your friend is.
Yes, you. Yes, yeah. You prefer to lose to a friend than to lose to someone you don't like. At least for me.
The game. You gotta, especially at this tournament. There's no draw offers allowed, so you kind of.
But was it the same like in 2019?
I think so.
The rule was the same. Because it's so tough.
Yeah. I used to have.
Because you wanna ask, just like.
I think like actually because of this rule, like probably Nana lost yesterday. in a way, because the ending was objectively a draw, and maybe they would not have played on, and maybe even in your game at some point there would have been a draw offer when the position became unclear.
When I got a pawn, right?
Yeah.
I could have just.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, so I mean, like, I think actually it changes some results in a way, especially in unclear positions. They play it till the end, even though objectively it's a draw. It may change because of the energy level, for example, of a player.
Yeah. Also, like we're checking sometimes. For example, if there is some complicated position and your opponent has less of time, and you know that it's dangerous, sometimes you can just ask for a draw. And you know, because they has less time, they can just agree and you're safe.
Yes, and I mean, like, your opponent loses time because he's thinking about that, like whether to take the draw or not. And sometimes actually, like, it's a kind of psychological impact. So it's very nice, especially you play someone weaker and you're a little bit in trouble. And you just like want to force her now to a decision whether to play on or not.
Right.
Then it's a perfect moment to ask for a draw.
Yeah, especially if they're like really close to that 40 move.
Yeah.
I love doing that. Yeah, but what to do? All right, let me give you a question outside of the chess area for a little bit. And that question is, if you weren't a chess player, what profession would you choose to have? Which one of you would like to answer that first?
You go first.
Oh. Well, I know the answer. I would be an opera singer.
Opera singer. Yes, actually, Elisabeth, I've watched a lot of your
yes, in the past, I had this hobby at some point, but then nowadays, actually, I wanted to go into yodeling.
Into what?
Yodeling. You know what is yodeling?
No.
Yodeling. It's kind of yodeling, you know. And I even found a teacher, but then, like, you know, I got the lesson with her. And I wanted to continue, and I said to her, like, okay, now I'm busy, but maybe next month. And then she stopped teaching because she had some personal issues.
Oh, okay.
So my dream of becoming a yodeler actually disappeared in this moment. And I was a little bit upset because I saw, like, okay, next to opera singing, yodeling would be a nice technique to learn.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So in order to make Zhansaya less uncomfortable, I will say what I would like to be, which would be probably an actress.
Okay.
Yes.
No, I think I'll be the still sportsman, but I don't know which sport. Probably boxing or swimming. Yeah, so I was doing boxing for.
I love a lot of your intense looks. I feel like you would do great with that too.
Yes, you can switch into chess boxing. It's popular nowadays.
So who's gonna be my opponent then?
Well, not me, because I'm not your weight class, unfortunately. You know? I'm out of that.
I think I saw some videos. I think it was
Andrea Botas is actually quite good.
Yes.
Yeah, Botas against
Dina. But I mean, like, Dina was the more defensive one, and Botas was like she was like really all in.
She was so active. Yes, I mean, I saw the video.
Actually, Andrea also did another boxing with someone else. It wasn't a chess player. It wasn't a chess player. It was someone who.
So maybe I would prefer.
No, but actually she would. Okay, the thing is, like, chess-wise, of course, you're like stronger than her. But from the technical point of view, like, what I really liked about her when I saw this boxing match is like that she was fearless. While I had the impression that Dina was trying to hide as much as she could, because like Andrea had this kind of impression like, I don't care, I will just hit, you know, I will go all in. So I mean, I really like.
Well, okay, I mean that's
like
her only chance to win, no? Because she's
chess-wise, she was like,
I mean, Dina is stronger.
Yeah, Dina is stronger chess-wise. This is true.
I have one more question, and I'm gonna switch it to what I asked you, so this way you'll not be prepared. The question is, do you have a preference in which chess pieces you're playing with? For example, you know, these days is these DGT board pieces.
Yeah.
But like, do you have a specific preference? Are you familiar with the different ones that there are? You know, there's the Fisher one.
I think I like this one more than we have in the venue now.
The ones there, okay. I'm
yeah.
trying to show.
Yeah. It's like a Staunton, no? Like
the Staunton is a tournament one usually. They use a Staunton or Staunton or whatever. Staunton, yeah, they use this one. These are the regular ones. But now we play with heavier pieces. They are more heavy. I checked the weight.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're not good for blitz, but for like classical chess, they're perfect. But for blitz, I would even say they might be too heavy.
Interesting.
Because I checked the weight, because I was feeling like when I was adjusting the pieces, like now in the chess club, that the pieces are, I mean, the horsey looks like very nice. It has a very specific look. I mean, you see, like I really study these pieces, but
I can see. That's good. I'm glad my question didn't just go answer like one
but
word.
as I
don't
said,
know.
for blitz, it might be too heavy
I see.
a bit.
And at home, when you prepare, do you care about what you're using, or you're just using the engines these days? for preparation?
I have a
not
chessboard
working.
with me.
No, I don't have a board.
You don't have a board?
No.
Oh my god. Okay.
No, I-
Why do you need a board?
Because I'm not your age anymore, so my memory is not that good. So like sometimes.
So you're repeating like
Yeah, repeating the lessons.
No
It's
way.
age, Zhansaya,
I mean, it's just
age.
taking so much time. Just
No, but I mean, like the thing is, like when you look at the screen.
age? What is your age? Come on.
No, but you know, like when you repeat on the screen, it's not the same as if you repeat on the board. And sometimes I have the feeling that I would forget it. So, for example, like today, I checked like on the board everything. Because I would not remember like on the.
I mean,
It depends
I don't have
how
time
difficult.
to check on the computer all the lines, and you want me to see on the board.
No,
It's
but
too much.
sometimes, especially like when you have to learn a lot and when you have to look like for the side moves, and it's like, and you cannot like apply to logics because sometimes you have positions like there's no logical thing at all.
I agree.
So I mean, in order to memorize it, you have to get some kind of you
No,
know
and
help in a
I
way.
just say to myself like it will never happen on the board. So
Well-
and then I'm free.
So we have all generation. I'm with Elisabeth on this. New
Yes.
generation, Zhansaya.
I'm the conservative one, you know. I do carry a chessboard with me, but I didn't do it in your age. But
No.
since like I'm 35, I thought like it's
I think
better.
I was carrying a board when I was like 10, 8 maybe. But
Yeah.
since then,
All right, girls. Thank you so much for all your time. I wish you good luck for the next
Thank
round.
you.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
stopping by.